Algebra II 2.9 Word Problem Strategy, Try, Test, Revise. The strategy of try, test, revise is the same strategy we learned back in 5th grade called guess, check, revise our guess. We try an intelligent first estimate. We test our estimate. If the estimate is too low or too high, we revise the estimate and try again. And each time we revise our estimate, we get closer to the solution. We can play high-low by thinking of a number, and someone guesses the number. We tell them if they're high or low and let them guess again until our number's picked. We can find the square root of an irrational number this way. We learned that in Algebra I. To find the square root of 5, we know it's between the square root of 4 and the square root of 9, two perfect squares. We try, test, revise until we find the acceptable answer. There'll be a link in this video's description if you want to watch that Algebra I 11.1c video about finding the square root of 5, okay, or the square root of an irrational number. So here's our word problem. Tala's electric bill for September was $109. To save money and electricity, her mother said they needed to cut the bill by half for the next month. So here's their electric bill. The first 600 kilowatt hours they use is billed at 4 cents each, and that's going to total $24. Then the next 850 kilowatt hours is at 10 cents each, and that was $85. And that's their total of 109. So how many kilowatt hours should they use to have a total that's half of September's total? Well, half of $109 is $54.50. And we can see that at least 600 is only $24. So we know they can use more than 600. And we can try 800. So here's the first 600 at $24. We add 200 to it at 10 cents per kilowatt hour, and we get $44. Well, that's too small. They can go up to $54.50. So we can revise our guess. Instead of 800, let's go up to 1,000. The first 600 kilowatt hours is $24. We add 400 to get to that 1,000 kilowatt hours. And at 10 cents per kilowatt hour, that's $40. That's $64. That's too high. We can only go to $54.50. So if 800 is too low and 1,000 is too high, let's go in the middle to 900. And the first 600 is $24, and we add 300 kilowatt hours to that at 10 cents per kilowatt hour at $30. That's $54. Now, that's pretty good. We could pretty much say we can estimate that they need to be around 900 kilowatt hours. If you want to be precise and go to the $54.50, we need to add 50 cents. So we can guess at 905 kilowatt hours, we'll just add 5 more, and that comes out perfect at $54.50. So we know that to have half the bill, they need to stay at 905 kilowatt hours, right? Or less. All right. Sometimes there may be several possible solutions. Sometimes there's going to be no solution. So the cost of 3 different shirts, a red, blue, and green, they were $32.50 for the red one, $27.50 for the blue one, and $37.50 for the green one. Now, if Emma bought 2 shirts with a $100 bill and she received $42.50 in change, which shirts did she buy? Now, there's a couple different ways that we could solve this. We can take $100 and subtract $42.50 to see what she spent. Or we could try, test, revise and just try 2 red shirts at $32.50. We see that that totals $65. Now, there's no tax, so don't get picky on me. So that's $65, and she would end up getting change of $35. Well, that's too little change. She got $42.50. So let's try 2 less expensive shirts. Maybe she'll get more change that way. So we try 2 blue ones. That totals $55. But then her change is $45, and that's too much change by $2.50. She was only supposed to get $42.50 back. Well, because there's no 2 shirts that total $57.50, that's what it would need to be in order for her to get that $42.50 in change, then there's no solution. There's no way we can add any of these shirts together to have 2 shirts that would give her that change. There's no solution. The solution set is empty. It's an empty set, null set, or it's a contradiction. And it could be written with set braces with a 0 with a slash through it, okay? All right. I want you to remember that when trying to solve word problems that we can use many different types of strategies. We can write an equation, make an organized list. We can use logical reasoning or draw a diagram or a picture. We can make a chart or table. We can simplify the problem and try solving an easier version of it. We can even look for a pattern or work backwards, or we could try, test, revise, which is guess, check, and revise our guess. Okay? We're done with Chapter 2 now, and we're going to be going into Chapter 3, which is about relations, functions, and graphs. And our next video is 3.1a, and we're going to talk about Cartesian products. And if you want to go to the Algebra 2 playlist, all you have to do is click on the description of this video, and you'll be able to see this video, which I'm about to add to it, and all the previous ones and future ones, even if you're watching this sometime in the future. There'll be more videos added to it. Or you can even click on the Algebra 1 chapter video playlist of the inequalities and absolute values from Algebra 1. And I'm going to put a link to my algebra word problem playlist. There's lots of algebra word problems in there. So if you're having trouble with algebra word problems, start watching the first one, okay? And slowly work your way through there. And by the time you're done watching that playlist, because it's kind of long, you'll be a professional at algebra word problems, all right? Okay, I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you next video. Bye.